What a week, you might say, for those dudes on tubes. Like drag racer Johnny.
Now, hang on, Mike. You've got your show. This is mine. And what better way to start than with a classic contest between man and beast? Who did win that confrontation anyway? Hey, all power to the supporter. Apparently, the Eagles' Craig Turley loves a chat. And this is something Bulldog Steve Kolyanook picked up very early on in their last meeting. Sharing is a wonderful thing, particularly between opposing players. Hey, Danny, like a drink? No thanks, Justin, and cop this. Sydney recently played host to Collingwood at the SCG and didn't really like it. Mind you, neither did the umpire. And what's the Moose saying? Dare we speculate? Mind you, the umpire wasn't the only one getting in the way. As Craig Kelly says, hey, look out, Darren, here I come. And here's a first. Siamese Blues joined at the Beanie. To the mark of July, and it was hard to go past West Coast Eagles dynamo Troy Ugle. Yes, that certainly was something to blow your bugle about. We're going to have to do something about this, scriptwriter. The best mark taken by a boundary line radio commentator occurred in Perth, but how many grabs does it take before they pay the mark? Ah, got it at last. And the crowd was rapt. Yes, I'll pay that fine mark. Tackling has become an art form. And if you dispute this point, just ask Bernard Toohey, or maybe Mil Hannah. After all, he didn't even have the ball. Oh, to be enthusiastic. On the subject of enthusiasm, I think one Collingwood supporter went a fraction too far. The goal of the month will long be remembered by Bulldog fans. Coach Terry Wheeler asked youngster Steve Kolyanook for something special, and he didn't let him down.
Kolyanook, will he take right on? Yes, he does. I thought he would. One bounce, another bounce. Left foot, look at this, a marvellous kick, he's put them in front, that's as good as you'll ever see.
Strange things often occur during a football match, but whose mother didn't spend quite enough time behind the sewing machine on a Friday night? Really, it's hardly family viewing.
Oh, Daddy, I don't believe this. I thought we came to see a football match. Oh, well, at least I should make the play.
Well, August sparked off the great pie debate.
4-4-20, Maestro. Going right up.
There was Dipper's Delights versus Plugger's Pastries.
Get me a Gillies pie anytime.
But hang on, guys, there's no need for that. Don't tell me you're fighting over a pie. And on the subject of pies, Lee Matthews didn't want to enter into the fray. He was more than happy munching on a biscuit. And I think all this pie supporter wanted was to be on the plays of the month of August. Well, don't worry, son, you're on. On to the serious stuff, and Darren Mullane produced the bump of the month when he made mincemeat out of Hawthorn's Chris Whitman. Clubs nowadays like to impose media bans on their players, but surely this is taking things a little bit too far. While Carlton's Dominic Fotier may have to join Actors Equity after this sterling performance. One of the most courageous marks of the month was taken by Fitzroy's Terry Board. And on the subject of courage, well, is it courage or is it just being in the wrong place at the wrong time? We'd better ask Richmond's Richard Nixon. If the month of August was meant to belong to one player, then surely it must be Hawthorn's skipper, Michael Tuck. Now, come on, we mean the real Michael Tuck. The best impersonation of an American gridiron quarterback goes to West Coast Eagle Dwayne Lamb, and that was a beauty. Still in the West, and the Eagles gave us a rather interesting banner. It seems as though commentator Don Scott isn't exactly the flavour of the month. West Coast whingers, we are not. Do the world a favour, get rid of Don Scott. I'm sorry, Don, but their wish is my command.